Up next, the Heat taking on the Bucks. For the Heat, they're halfway through the season and need to pick it up if they want to end strong. Is time on their side? Bucks Heat is next. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at the Heat. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've done a great job of just staying in their lane, following their game plan and remaining as consistent as anyone, which can be encouraging moving forward.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee and for the Heat. Hey, Stan, what's it like to coach these two teams with all the veterans on each roster?
Well, Kevin, it makes your job a lot easier as a coach. Young players sometimes are just learning what it takes to win. They can get caught up in a lot of distractions. These veteran teams can shut out the noise. They know what it takes, and they're going to focus on what they need to do to get a win.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Pass to Valentine. Hits the three-point bomb.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Here's Jovic.
Right
6 on the shot clock. 16 feet away. Milwaukee with the rebound. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it is always a great feeling when you go the extra distance, double OT in this case, and are able to come away with that win.
Now here's Calderon. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Houston. Here's Garcia, and the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that. Acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A terrific addition. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Andrade plays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Milwaukee with the ball. Following the score by Miami. It's tipped. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Pass to Jovic. Porter with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. And here we go.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. It's Calderon with the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 2. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And That's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Porter, no luck.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game.
Whoa! Thunderous stuff from Jovic.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Porter. He takes it in and finished off by Porter.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Well, you got to be able to finish stronger than that, but credit the defense for doing just enough to throw him off.
The Bucks working the ball around. Rebound by the Heat.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. He's guarded by Calderon. Here's the lob to the hoop. Pass to Garcia. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
He's guarded by Calderon. Shot clock at 5. Jaquez with the steal. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Clock is at 3. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
There's the triple. Tries again. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
First personal foul. First team foul. 1.
On the free throw, no good. Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the second most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. Not to mention the franchise's second ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
Here's Garcia after the basket by Milwaukee. Sinks the three-pointer.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams. That's how they like to see them operate. Big part of their attack.
Puts up a deep three. And again, it's Miami with a three. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Heat out front. They're up by 5. And we'll get the second. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
Johnson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Garcia in at the 2. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Johnson sends the screen for Garcia. Misses the 3. Bucks trail by 6. Lets it go from 11. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Back over to you, Kevin.
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Miami. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Jaime Jaquez. The Bucks also with the sub. Porter's checked in. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
There's a screen from past the arc. It's rebounded by Jovic.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Shot clock at 6. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. And now an 11-point Heat lead.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Garcia and the Heat. Another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Outside Porter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. Bucks number 1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Stan, you remember this past summer, the story was, will the Bucks or will they not trade Giannis?
It's tough to carry on business as usual with all those clouds swirling. We know how loyal he's been, but questions remain about his ability to compete for a title in Milwaukee.
Looking now at the numbers for Jackson. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 14 points. 8 rebounds and 2 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Bucks trail by 15. Porter in the corner. Bucks passing it around. The three from Valentine. Good on the three-point shot.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Garcia inside, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Garcia's got 8 points in the quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
To the paint, and he banks in the layup.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Jackson the three, and the Heat another three.
And that's a huge shot there, the three-pointer and the foul. Not the kind of defensive play they were hoping for.
The Heat have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Wiggins is checked in for the Heat.
Now at the line, Jaylen Brown. 1.
And the Miami front office, Stan, hinting at personnel and philosophical changes after last season.
Well, when you win 37 games, there's obviously cause for change. And the Heat are never complacent, Kevin, and they've got no interest in full-scale rebuilds. Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
There's the pick. Back to Garcia, top of the key. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got his third assist on the night. Pass to Valentine. And here's Jackson. And there's a minute 45 left here in the second. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now here's Wiggins. Here is Calderon, guarded by Porter, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Calderon's got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Porter against Calderon. Miami grabs the miss. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Bucks trail by 15. Inside, 6 feet out. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Garcia. And again, it's Miami with a three.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Pass to Valentine. Shoots over Garcia, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And a miss there on the triple. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And so it's Miami enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thanks. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. I know you cannot be happy with this team's play in the first half. What will you tell them they need to improve on?
The score and our effort, our offense. They're just playing harder. They're more physical. They're tougher. Honestly, we're very lucky right now.
Lots to improve on in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot draws, please. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, someone left the window open. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage.
And next up, let's check out the Players of the Month. These guys have been red hot. Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
Oh, he does a lot for this team. Controls the pace, keeps everyone involved, and then he can score.
He has a great mix of point guard qualities. Makes this offense almost impossible to stop. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Heat leading by 12. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Five to shoot. Milwaukee with the rebound. Pass to Valentine. Fires the three. That shot misses. Now here is Garcia. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Calderon. The three. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
To the middle. Here's Andrade, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Pass to Garcia. Here is Calderon. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Looking here at some numbers for Calderon. Last year, getting it done. 9th in three-point field goal percentage, 10th in scoring, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. The Bucks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. First one falls for him. And Porter drops them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Miami leading by 15. Pass to Calderon. 3-pointer. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Andrade, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Porter against Calderon. Six to shoot. Here's the 3. The shot, no good.
Tough to hit that shot when the lead is all over you like that.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Over to the left wing. No good on the triple. Bucks trail by 14. Porter in the corner. To the inside. Here's Andrade, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. You know, Giannis just entered his 30s, Coach, but he's already an all-timer.
He sure is, Kevin. Look, if his career ended now, this guy's still one of the best we've ever had in this league. Unfortunately for the rest of the league, he's still got a long way to go in his career, and they're going to have to deal with him for a long, long time.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. The Heat making a switch here. Garcia's checked in, and the Bucks making a change here. The Bucks working the ball around. 1:57 left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Heat. And another basket for Miami.
Well, he's been resourceful tonight, not wasting opportunities.
1:30 left in the third. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
59 seconds left in the third. Out to the right wing. They set the screen. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 13.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Bucks trail by 14. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the paint. Here's Andrade. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Garcia up top. He's got 24. Such a wide open look. Garcia's got 7 points for the quarter.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Puts up a deep 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Jaime Jaquez, and it's Garcia in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. That cuts the lead to single digits.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Pass to Valentine. Basket good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
He lobs it up. It's stolen.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
That's good from Valentine. So he gets them both. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Master Garcia. And here's Calderon. Launches a three. Cans it from downtown. Calderon's got 12 points here in the second half.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Outside Porter. Over Calderon. Porter, no luck. The Heat leading by 9. And here we go. Calderon heading to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Jackson setting the pick here for Valentine. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that one misses.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Bucks trail by 11. Outside Porter. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. So both teams changing it up here. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. The Bucks working the ball around. Drills the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Calderon, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Pass to Jovic. Calderon taking his time here. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. And it's blocked. From 15 feet away, it's good.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot.
Whoa! Man!
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. They led by as many as 18 points. That one goes in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Number 34. 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Bucks trail by 16. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. .139 left in the game. Pocket 6. Oh, and right time and right place defending there. Milwaukee's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Heat.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
3 points.
And here are the Heat. 15-point game. Let's lose a 3. That's off. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie? Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks.